Hi, so you want to write a book? Well, that's great. Why would you want to do that? We know it's going to take time and effort. It might actually cost you a little bit of money. You might need to think. You might need to push yourself. It could be hard work. Why would you want to do that? Well, there's lots of reasons why people write books. I've seen hundreds and thousands of people write their books, and they all have slightly different reasons, but they fall into some categories. And if this can help you, then great. Here's what some of my clients have been able to do with their books. My client Simon is a property expert. What he does is he shows people how to invest in property, and he has a high-end product that retails for about £10,000. Now, he would like to just go up to each person and say, buy this product, but human nature dictates that we need to develop a relationship and trust, and there are various touches that may be involved, either in person, he speaks from the stage, or one-to-one, or through emails, or through other products. And the product that he's found to be most successful is his book. He developed the book so that he could introduce people to the subject and give them lots of good information. And for some people, that's all they'll be able to afford. But the idea is that once they understand this and he's developed that trust, then they want to work with him. And he's able to then have the conversation and see if one of his programs is appropriate. They might just do a day seminar or a short program, or they might do his full-blown mastermind program. It's great because the book gives value already, but the book also has the opportunity to introduce them to a greater level of interaction and a greater product set. So that's how he's turned the book into hundreds of thousands of pounds, not just from book sales. Now, my client Steve was an expert in his field as well. Steve is a business consultant working with organizations to help them understand the company culture and how to get the best out of employees. In particular, he talks about behavior in organizations, and he knows his stuff. He's been in the business 20, 25 years, maybe 30 years, and yet he didn't have a book. And he felt that he really needed a good quality book in print to take his credibility to the next stage. He wanted to be requested to speak at more events. He wanted to be the go-to person for articles for the media. He wanted to be the one that people would go to get their organizational and behavioral issues sorted. And his firm has so many case studies over the years. You can imagine how many clients have benefited. So what he did very cleverly was put this all together in a book that shows people what they can do, shows them what's possible, shows them the return on their investment for consultancy like this, and he was able to achieve his objectives. He is now being asked to speak and to write. His business is booming. In particular, one client that he'd been trying to work with for about 18 months finally called him and said, I've read your book. It's amazing. I didn't even realize the depth to which you could go to. I didn't even realize the extent to which you help organizations. We need to talk. And this is a client that Steve had been pursuing for a long time. And I'm very happy to report that they put together a £1 million deal on the back of this book. Maybe you'd like something like that. Now, Lindsay is another client who I have a lot of respect for. She's an NLP trainer, neuro-linguistic programming. Perhaps you've heard of it. She knows her stuff. She's got clients. What Lindsay wanted to do was actually begin to write because she loves writing. So she started writing about one of her favorite subjects, her business, and the business of NLP and how it helps people. She knows a lot. She was able to put this together in a way that would help people understand the basics. And again, similar to Simon, is able to get people to come onto courses because they've got to know her and her content through her book. But she was also able to feel very fulfilled and satisfied that she became a writer. The book did very well. She sold about 30,000 copies of the first edition, and that got her 2 more book deals. Also, she was able to explore her writing in different areas, and she's now developed more courses, and she feels very, very fulfilled because she's helping a lot of people with the content, and it was a personal goal of hers, which she's now achieved. So why would you want to do it? Back to my original question. What would it mean to you and your business? I have spoken about some business goals, and a lot of people think about the money, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, if you want to make money with a book. What would it mean to you personally as well? Because whatever is important to you will be the thing that drives you to do it. And whatever is important to you is valid enough, and that's important to me. So important that I've put together even more information on this. If you're interested in exploring this to a greater level of detail, why write a book and the benefits that it can be achieved, I've put together a free webinar for you. You can register right on this page, and you'll be able to listen to more stories, understand this to a deeper level, and be able to ask your questions and get them answered. And it won't cost you anything. So please do register right on the page, and I hope to see you there.